Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have got the first promo, or actually program, that is going to be in the game for MM21. Before we get to that, I want to mention a couple of things that Nick Bassino was saying in the stream. First of all, for people that are already in the game right now, people who are, those beta testers who have early access, leagues and competitive are going to reset on the 6th. Everything else, he doesn't know. And then one more thing that he did mention, the Washington football team has been updated, so all of that is going to be Washington football team. Just something that said that I thought I would throw in. But the first promo, it's going to be live on the 6th. There's other stuff that's going to be there, other promos, programs, and whatnot. But the first one that we're getting told about is fan favorites. So fan favorites is something that we've had before in a different way previously, but this is extremely similar to Team Heroes in MM20. If you know Team Heroes, it's basically you have some players, it's basically a chain of players, and it's the same player, and they have a bunch of different overall cards, and to get each one you basically trade in a bunch of worse cards to get them, and then at the end there we got two 100 overall kind of masters or grand masters of the entire program. Fan favorites sounds like it's going to be a lot better. So first of all, you can see on the screen right now, there's a few different cards there, and they're different overalls. It's work in progress. They said that every card in the game initially is going to be an 80 overall. And with fan favorites, it is a program, not a promo, meaning that it's not going to be something that's there for a week or 2 weeks or whatever and then goes away. This is something that's going to be in the game for the entire year. And that also means that there isn't going to be like a promo map for it. All of this is just going to be in sets, which we'll take a look at right now. As you can see, a few of the different players right there. Some things to mention. There will be one player for every team. And they did some, I guess, research, NFL research is what they said, to just kind of find out which players were popular within their team. Some of the players that I saw in here, that makes sense. Some of them not so much. But that's kind of what they tried to do with these. So, as I said, we're going to get 80 overalls in the game initially. 180 overall for every team. But what they're going to do throughout the year is update this promo. Now, they're not going to change the players that are currently there, but they're going to add more players. So I don't know how often it's going to happen, but sometime in the future, there is going to be a second drop of fan favorites where every team is going to get a new player. I don't know if it's going to be the same player or a different player, but it's going to be just a higher overall. Matante said, for example, it would be an 83 overall. It probably won't be an 83 overall. I'm not sure what it would be because I'm not sure how often they'd be having new drops, but every drop is going to have higher overall players, and they're all going to be the same overall. And the main thing with that is to keep the program relevant, because if they just keep releasing 80 overalls throughout the year, in a few months, no one is going to care about 80 overalls anymore. But at the beginning of the game, 80 overall is good. And I'll scroll through we can look at some of the different players and the set requirements. So as you see right here, the set requirements, you're going to need 40, 60 plus from the specific team. So for the Houston fan favorites, or the Texans fans favorites, you're going to need 40, 60 plus Texans players. You're also going to need 10 70 plus players from that specific team. And then you're going to need 2 75 plus, but those 2 75 plus players, you will not need to have those from the specific team. It can be any team. And then the last thing is 10 badges for that specific team. We'll keep scrolling here. There's just a few different players. You got a Gardner Minshew right here. You can pause and look at these if you want to. Young Ho Koo, Shelby Harris right there. And then this page, which is pretty cool. These are achievements for fan favorites. The way this is going to work is each division is going to have its own achievement. So there's 8 divisions, there's going to be 8 achievements, and it's just going to be complete all 4 players from that division, and you complete the achievement, you get 500 gems. And those achievements are going to reset every time there's a new drop. So let's say it first releases in the game, you can get 4 players from the NFC North, you get the achievement, and then once the second drop comes, you get 4 new players from the NFC North, and the achievement resets so you can complete it again and get 500 more gems. Now, that's not all that they're going to have in this. Obviously, there's going to be multiple drops throughout the year, continuously making the players higher overall and better to keep them relevant, but also at the end of the year, at some point, not exactly sure when, but towards the end of the year, they're going to release a Grand Master for each team. So each team is going to get a player that's going to be a Grand Master. I don't know what overall that's going to be. Probably the highest overall possible in the game. It would be my guess. But each individual team is going to have a Grand Master. And that brings up something very important. So there's 2 parts to this. To get one of the fan favorites players, not the Grand Master. So let's say if you want to get one of the drop 2 players, okay? If I want to get the second drop player for the Packers, I can get it without doing anything else. I do not have to complete the drop 1 Packers player to get the drop 2. And that is the same for all of the drops, except for the Grand Masters. To get the Grand Masters, you need to complete the entire team. So if I want to get the Packers Grand Master, I need to get the player from all of the drops throughout the year. Now, I don't know if getting the Grand Master is just going to be an achievement to complete all of those, if there are going to be more requirements to get it, more player requirements, not sure. But for non-Grand Masters, you don't need to complete previous players. For the Grand Master, you do. And they also did mention that the set requirements for these are going to change throughout the year. Obviously, getting better players, you're going to need more better requirements are going to have to go into the set to get that better player. Now, that is pretty much all they talked about with fan favorites. It sounds pretty cool. I like it. I like that they are putting in a program that they are aiming to continuously update throughout the entire year. I think that'll hopefully make it relevant. Hopefully you'll see a lot of these fan favorites players on people's teams throughout the year. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm interested to know what everybody thinks of this. If you like it, don't like it, stuff like that. Other things that were mentioned. Matante said at the end of the video, he was kind of asked if there's like other promos that he can talk about. He said no, but he did say that he is hoping that the next promo that they're able to talk about will be legendary. That's what he said. Now, could he be saying that the next promo we're going to be talking about is the Legends promo? Maybe. Could he be talking about saying that it's kind of a legendary promo, something that we've had in the past that was really good? First thing that I thought of was flashbacks. Flashbacks used to be really good, something that they updated throughout the year, just like they're talking about doing with fan favorites. So maybe we're getting good flashbacks back. I would say this year flashbacks became pretty irrelevant, especially towards the end of the game. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that, what you think the next promo they're going to talk about is. But that is pretty much it. I do want to remind you of the future streams. This was the second in 2 days. Nothing on the weekend, but then on Monday there's going to be the Prom Oscars. On Monday, there's going to be the Prom Oscars. On Monday, there's going to be the Prom Oscars, giving those awards out, kind of like superlatives a little bit, to each of the promos throughout the year. Not all of them, but on Monday, there's going to be the Prom Oscars, giving out those awards to all of the best promos throughout the year. And then on Tuesday, the 4th, that is the big stream. There's actually going to be multiple streams. One at 11 a.m. Eastern time, and then Nick didn't specify the time of the second stream, but there are going to be 2 streams, and the first one is going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And he also said that you don't have to take the day off, but you could take the day off on that day and get some popcorn, relax on your couch, do whatever, which is definitely interesting. It makes me wonder really how long they're going to be live for and what they're going to be doing. I don't think it's going to be the release of the game, because he's still talking about doing a stream on the 6th when the game does release, to kind of like connect with people and get some immediate feedback. So that's definitely something you can go into. And I will mention right now, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream when the new game comes out on the 6th, or if it comes out before then. Whenever it does come out, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream, so make sure you are in there. But that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe as always, and I'll see you next time.